This is the Kulayhaymz podcast.
So, magandang araw ulit or makulay na araw sa inyong lahat and welcome to another episode of the Kulayhaymz podcast. My name is Hymes, Haymz, and welcome to our new segment. So, after Max Extension, after What Are the Odds, I welcome you all to the Silly Cob Valley. Alright, so palakpakan natin ang guest natin today. Si Kobe, yan, wala tayo ulit background sound, so manual palakpak na lang. So, Jose from the Bay. Quick disclaimer lang kasi lahat ng guests ko so far, kumbaga fan lang from afar, no? Fan lang from afar. Pero this time, yung guest natin, we are very lucky to have an actual person na talagang taga-Bay supporting Golden State, no? So hindi siya bandwagoner, hindi siya poser. He's actually rooting for the team na nandun sa city niya. So kung taga New York ka, you're probably rooting for the New York Knicks, and Jose from the Bay, as the name implies, is supporting the Golden State Warriors, the reigning defending NBA champions. Alright, so nilabas niya na yung cigar, so he has this serious look. Maybe, yun nga, bigyan ko na lang kayo ng overview how we'll go about the segment. Similar to yung previous episode natin with Lawrence, we'll talk about the Houston Golden State series, pero ngayon, on a perspective of a Golden State fan, or at least a Golden State, analyst. Yan. Yung mga gusto nating pakinggan. Okay? So, similar to yung discussion yesterday, I guess I'll lead off with Golden State. Sabi nga natin, they're really the favored team or the favorite team to win this series. Pero, even so, I guess, alam din naman natin with Houston's firepower, with Houston's, kumbaga, yung version ng Houston team na to this year, I think this is the biggest test for Golden State. And they might give at least a scare or maybe even get an upset dito sa Golden State, no? But for you personally, what do you see na edge talaga nitong Golden State? How do they neutralize the Houston Rockets and the combo of James Harden and Chris Paul?
Okay. So before we get into it, disclaimer, yes, natira ako sa SF Bay area. Pero ako lang siguro yung hindi talaga seryosong fan dito. Like lahat sila dito sobrang crazy. Umuwi na maaga pag may Golden State game. Hindi ako yun. Ako lang yata yung...
Binabasa mo na lang yung article pagkatapos na ano ba nangyari?
Box score highlights.
Box score lang. Tamang box score lang.
Box score highlights.
Alright.
So, hindi ako ganun ka diehard fan. Ano lang yun, disclaimer. Pero, as the cigar implies, I am confident in Golden State's ability to really take the championship this year. So, yun lang. As far as your question, yung kung like ano bang dapat approach ng Golden State?
How do they neutralize? Kasi if you look at the season series, halimbawa, Houston was able to get an advantage there. 2 games to 1. Obviously, regular season doesn't really, prove a lot in terms of what the playoffs would look like. And even with home court advantage, sabi ko nga sa'yo kanina na Vegas is still favoring Golden State to win this series. So, alam mong favored talaga tong Golden State. But how do you think they would take advantage of that? I guess yung dominance nila on paper, how do they translate that into the series?
Okay. So looking at so you mentioned one thing, yung series. Actually, I was looking at the box scores. Hindi siya accurate indicator ng mangyayari ngayon eh.
Okay.
And the reason is, pag tingnan mo yung mga games, laging may kulang sa bawat team. nung naglaro sila. For example, yung second game, I think wala si Harden, wala si Durant. Tapos yung first third game, wala yata si Iguodala.
Okay.
So kung isipin mo, si Iguodala, big part siya nung Hampton 5. So, kung tinignan mo yung tatlong games yun, mahirap sabihin na magiging siya, positive indicator na mangyayari.
Alright.
More so, pag inisip ko, so yung question mo, ano ba dapat gawin ng Golden State?
Kumbaga, yung current, like, we're basing it out, very healthy naman yung lineups for both teams. Well, Curry, you would say maybe hindi pa sobrang 100%, pero essentially full force or yung personnel ng both teams are available for this series.
So sa akin, tingin ko it's more anong dapat hindi gawin ng Golden State.
Alright.
Para manalo sila.
Okay.
Para sa akin, it's really, they shouldn't really shoot themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
So, basic, don't get injured. I'm talking about Steph Curry.
JaVale McGee. Kausapin mo si JaVale McGee, pare, kasi pinilay niya si Durant, pinilay niya din tong si Steph Curry. So, maybe it's more of Steve Kerr, wag mo ipasok si JaVale McGee at baka maging clumsy siya dyan and mapilay na naman yung mga players niya. Pero sige, you said be healthy or avoid injuries. What else?
Avoid injuries. Don't get suspended.
Talking about maybe Draymond Green or actually kahit si Durant Durant has been racking up technicals this season din, and I think he's also watch out din na baka mag-rack up din yung technical fouls nito or even ejections.
Pwede. Yeah, hindi ko napansin yun, pero baka tama. I think the third point is yung turnovers. Pag tinignan mo yung games sila sa Houston, yung natalo sila, I think a turnover sila, like high teens. Nasa high teens ang turnover nila, and they average in like closer to 10 or 12 yata during the regular season. So, yun yung mga reckless passes, mga
fancy passes.
Mga tanong wala. Yun yung dapat nila iwasan eh. Tingin ko pag nagawa nila yun, if you just don't get injured, don't get suspended, at siya ingatan mo bola, I think and they just stick to their game. Talagang tingin ko they don't have to do anything special. I think it's up to Houston to do something special for Houston to beat Golden State, not the other way around. For Golden State, play your game, and just don't do anything stupid. Tingin ko yun lang naman talaga.
So, talking about keeping yung game lang ni Golden State or playing their game, keeping their identity, how do you see yung lineup ni Steve Kerr? Would he stick with yung death lineup na tinatawag nila, yung small ball lineup niya? Or with Clint Capela as a starting center for Houston, do you think ima-match up din ni Kerr yun with kumbaga, a legitimate center to match up with Clint Capela? Or do you see him playing out yung small ball lineup niya all throughout the series?
Tingin ko, small ball.
Mag-small ball siya, yeah.
And the reason I say that, I think may isang game against, sino ba huli na kalaban? New Orleans,
yeah.
Inart niya yung, kumbaga, death lineup for Hampton 5.
That's the first time niya nilabas.
First time.
Sa playoffs.
Yeah. Tingin ko, it's more parang test out na yun eh. Gusto niya makita anong mangyari. Kumbaga medyo stakes are low. So, tingin ko may feeling ako na etong series na to, like he won't hold back. Kasi as you said, Houston talaga I think has the closest chance right now to really upset Golden State. So I think Steve Kerr wouldn't take any chances na parang hindi, secret weapon natin to, wag muna natin gamitin, i-save natin sa finals. Tingin ko, wala
Umpisa
na
pa lang.
Talagang lalabas mo na agad ngayon dito.
Alright. And you think, again, we were talking about this earlier, no? If mag-small ball lineup sila, we all know how effective Clint Capela is in terms of the pick and roll, in terms of getting yung mga lob passes niya either kay Chris Paul or James Harden. Nagsasalit-salit lang naman yan most of the time. How do you see him naman as a threat to Golden State? How do you neutralize the likes of Clint Capela?
Okay. So, in terms of defense, tingin ko ang something na na-overlook ng Golden State, mahaba sila eh. Lahat sila mahaba. Godala, Draymond Green, maski si Draymond Green, maski maliit lang siya, mahaba ang kamay. Durant. So, kung isipin mo pa, okay, wala silang 7-footer, pero yung wingspan nila doon, yung active hands.
Alright.
So, pag may chance i-disrupt.
And you think that's enough in terms of, yun nga, playing defense on a team na kung ilaro nila si Clint Capela, it would be, kumbaga, mapupwersa talaga sila to help each other out just to avoid even yung mga kickouts. Kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng pabayaan si Clint Capela dahil pag nag-dive na yan sa basket, kailangan mong pumasok para lang ma-avoid nga yung mga lob passes. Else, maybe kick out lang din sa mga shooters, PJ Tucker, Trevor Ariza. You think yung death lineup nila, as formidable as they are sa offense, kakayanin nila sa depensa yung lineup ng Houston even with Capela on the court?
Yeah, I mean, you bring up good points. Pero yung hirap kasi imagine ko na si Capela, like, score ba siya ng 50?
Hindi siya score ng 50. I mean, ewan ko kung may odds doon na kung score ba si Clint Capela ng 50 sa isang game. But, so, am I right na, kumbaga, let him get his points if that's the case, tas I'll just punish him sa other side?
Like, I don't see them trying to overcompensate na, si Capela, tatlo tayong pupunta sa gitna, parang hindi niya mukha yung lob. Tingin ko it's like Draymond Green or si Kevin Durant, whoever takes him, is good enough to be able to disrupt that. Kasi nga, mahaba yung kamay nila. So, yung mga other guys, I'm sure they could stay home on the shooters. So, I mean, siguro Capela would probably get like a few dunks here and there. Hindi mo naman ma-avoid yun. Pero, I don't see him na talagang like, okay, parang Capela, 50 points. Like, looking back nga dun sa isang series, Anthony Davis, di ba? Anthony Davis. Like, I think he had like one huge game. Kung isipin mo, like, similar rin naman yung laro, di ba? Parang take and roll, the dive si Davis sa gitna. I think he had like some highlight dunks. Pero, at the end of the day, like, net-net, ano pa rin, parang, na-neutralize rin na lang, ng Golden State. Like, kung ano man yung nagawa ng positive, na kumbaga, na offset.
Pero if you make that, kumbaga, comparison, right? No shade to Drew Holiday, no shade to Rajon Rondo. Pero we're talking about James Harden, Chris Paul as the primary ball handlers, and Capela is the one diving. He's no Anthony Davis. Pero in terms of the playmakers na, threat in terms of driving to the basket, maybe even pulling up for the three, ibang-iba yung dynamic eh. So, maybe mag-switch lang tayo konti. We've talked about Clint Capela's possible effectiveness. Pero, how do you go about defending si Chris Paul or James Harden pag hawak nila yung bola? Or, yun nga, nagsasalit-salit lang naman yan eh. If you watch the games, it's either Chris Paul runs it or it's either James Harden runs it. It's not like they dump it in the post. No, not at all. Diba? Kumbaga, either Chris Paul, James Harden, create, kick out, or lob pass kay Capela, or mid-range jumper, pull-up three. But it's all about these two people. So kung ikaw si Golden State, we all know Steph Curry isn't the world's best defender. Klay Thompson isn't so bad. Diba? Pero, how do you...
Klay Thompson's good.
Klay Thompson's good, di ba? Kumbaga, hindi mo sasabihin na butaw siya sa depensa. But Steph Curry, as they say, is I guess the weakest link in terms of defense dun sa starting five nila. And I think kahit ikaw mag-agree ka dun sa claim na yon. Kung sa kanilang 5, if I would pick on someone, si Steph Curry yun. So, kung ikaw si Steve Kerr, paano mo ngayon didepensahan yun? Or at least, how do you keep Steph in the game without being so much of a liability sa depensa?
Yeah, so team ko, well, hindi ko alam ano iniisip ni Steve Kerr.
Kumbaga, isipin mo pare. Kumbaga, naging assistant coach siya ni Steve Kerr. Sasabihin mo sa kanya, Steve Kerr, feel ko, ito yung kailangan natin gawin eh.
Itatago niya lang si Steph sa isa sa mga corner shooters. So, tingin ko Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker, o si Ryan Anderson, na kumbaga, like shooter sila, pero hindi naman sila masyado threat na mag-dribble.
Okay.
So, syempre, tatago mo sa ganun. Ngayon, Houston siguro, knowing that, they'll probably force some switches.
Like, to force Steph to defend either of the two. So if that, yun nga, if that happens, ano yung ploy? What's the next ploy?
Hindi ko sure. Hindi ko sure kung ano nila.
If let's just say, do you help out? Do you double? Or kumbaga, bawiin na lang natin sa kabila. Kung ma-shoot, I mean, kung hindi ma-shoot, edi better. Alam mo yun?
Pero let's play it out. Let's say, si Curry na kay Ariza. Tapos, let's say, si Thompson na kay Harden.
Okay.
So, ang gagawin ni Houston is set ng pick si Ariza for Harden. Diba?
Okay.
So,
you force that switch. So, Curry would be on Harden and si Thompson would be on Ariza. Okay.
Pero, what if hindi sila nag-switch?
If hindi sila mag-switch, well, it's kind of a switch world sa NBA. Kumbaga, if I don't get it the first time, literally fino-force nila yung switches, and defensive schemes nowadays, talagang switch mo yan, else kung sino man yung manghawa, kung hindi ka mag-switch, yung slight moment na nag-delay after the pick, chances are dun ka atakihin. So feeling ko mag-switch every time. Or if hindi man mag-switch, then ibibigay ko lang din sa, again, I don't know kung kanino ko ibibigay, but I guess the chances that hindi mag-switch si Curry on either Harden or Paul is very rare. Would be very rare.
True. So, I guess pag may pick naman, may options ka eh. Pwede hindi ka mag-switch, you go under the screen, or pwede mo i-hard trap. Meaning, dalawa sasabay kung nahanin yung bola.
Okay.
Iiwanan ko yung sino nag-pick. So, tingin ko, if they had to choose something, pwedeng they might lean on more the hard traps. So, pag nag-hard trap ka, hard trap ka si Harden,
you force him to give it the ball to
give up the ball.
Okay.
Give up the ball niya kay Ariza. Ngayon, magpo-force rotate. Tapos, yung like, take your chances there.
I see. So, if ikaw hindi depensa, if you have the ear of Steve Kerr, hard trap na lang natin. Instead of switching, both defenders, hard trap na lang si Harden, force him to make a play or force him to give up the ball. Hopefully, it's yung defender na yun is hindi ganun ka, masyadong threat to create after that pass, and it would still give you time to rotate or catch up dun sa mga tao, or kung so naman yan, to go back dun sa original possessions nila. Okay. I could see that playing out. Pwede yun, hard trap. Talagang, kumbaga, let the others beat us. Wag lang si Harden or si Paul.
And which brings us to, when I think about yung series na to, parang who to watch for. You mentioned Capella. I think fair. Like, he got a lot of good praise, well-deserved praise, the way he played and really improved during the playoffs. Like, matched up against like Towns, tapos much matched up against Gobert. So I think you're right. Talagang he's someone to watch out for. Pero I think side caveat, I think he was praised. He was able to guard the guards of Utah, especially I think Donovan.
Mitchell didn't have the best series during the Utah-Houston matchup, and even when Minnesota-Houston na matchup, pag nagsiswitch siya kay Teague or even Wiggins, kumbaga, he did a decent job to at least limit yung production. Of course, hindi mo naman sobrang lahat masya-shutdown mo, pero people are actually saying na they can give it up. Okay lang sa kanila na mag-switch si Capela dun sa smaller or faster guards. Kasi kaya niya naman. He has lateral movement. He's not too heavy din. 7-footer siya pero mobile naman siya eh. Hindi siya beefy type of big eh. But you mentioned that why. I mean, you're giving him praise pero parang feeling ko may kasunod na
Siyempre. So, when I think yung Donovan Mitchell praise, parang I think that's good. Pero something I dug into, Donovan Mitchell, mid-30s three-point shooter. Kumbaga, hindi siya ganun ka-threat to shoot out from the outside. So, pwede ka medyo mag-sag ng konti, gives you more room.
Alright.
Di mo magagawa kay Curry yun. Di mo magagawa kay Thompson.
Not at all.
Di mo magagawa.
Actually, hindi mo magagawa yun. Yeah, half of the lineup ni Golden State. You really can't do that. Kumbaga, you really have to be up on their grill to avoid any, yung range nila is virtually unlimited. Draymond Green na lang siguro yung pinaka i-allow mo to chuck it up na sige, magtitira ka dyan, wala akong pakialam. Pero when it comes to Curry, Thompson, and Durant, if Capela happens to be the one to switch to those guys, he doesn't have that same luxury as he had with the Mitchells, the Wiggins, the Jeff Teagues, and whatnot. Okay. So, you think advantage yun for Golden State, or bibigyan mo ng props tong si Capela that he would be up to the task?
I think it's something to watch for. So, like sinabi ko yun, di ba? Parang, he did well in the playoffs against Minnesota tsaka against the Jazz. Pero tinignan ko yung plus and minus niya nung 3 games against Golden State. Actually, yung best niya, even siya. Ang plus minus niya, 0. Yung dalawa, I think isa minus 15, tsaka yung isa parang minus 20 something. So kung isipin mo, parang that's an indicator na he wasn't really very effective when
okay. I didn't know that much. Na negative or break-even lang yung plus-minus niya.
Pero again, as you said, regular season yun. Baka nga talagang nag-improve na siya. So, I think it's something to watch out for. Kung ma-replicate niya yung ganung depensa na despite the fact na better 3-point shooters, I mean, I think that's definitely something good. Ngayon, yung isa pang key, I think you alluded to it, yung in terms of, okay, kung Golden State tayo, pabantiyan lang natin si Chris Paul tsaka si Harden. Yung hard trap natin siya just to make sure na sila they get theirs, whatever. Pero yung iba, or kumbaga, ililimit natin yung dalawa, yung iba pabayaan na natin, hindi na tayo matatalo. Ang pangalawang key na talagang pabantiyan ko, si Eric Gordon. Kasi, when I think about it, Golden State, they have Curry, they have Clay, they have Durant. Each of those can blow up for 30 points any day.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy. When you think about Houston, you have Chris Paul, you have James Harden, can blow up for 30 plus points. Sino yung pangatlo? And I think Eric Gordon has that explosive ability.
He has proven it actually. Yeah, he has proven it throughout the season. Maybe sa playoffs, hindi lang masyadong, kumaga, I don't recall any games na talagang, yun nga, gumawa siya ng 30. But in terms of capability, in terms of potential, I think we both agree na Eric Gordon fits the bill in terms of that third person that can at least sustain or makipagsabayan dun sa firepower ng Golden State. But you were mentioning, may kasunod eh. But,
So, may siyang potential, pero during the playoffs, I think he's shooting like mid-30s field goal and threes. And so, kumbaga, baha he's due
pwede.
to
If you're
improve
playing
those
the
numbers.
percentages, pwedeng
Pwede.
June na to si Bata. Oo.
Pwede, pero kung hindi mangyari yon in this series, pwedeng wala na siyang chance magawa yon this season.
Well,
So, meaning tingin ko, yung chance ng
kumbaga, ito na yon. Kung due ka, ilabas mo na. Ilabas mo na ngayon sa series
Oo.
na to. Okay.
Wag mo nang antayin sa finals kasi baka hindi ka na mapunta doon.
Bakit hindi ka na umabot doon? Dahil ito pa lang, Golden State pa lang malabo na actually. But if there's a stage to really show na you still have it, kasi Gordon was one of the more promising players if not for injuries, 'di ba? But he's slowly getting yung groove niya back, and perfect fit siya dito sa system ni Mike D'Antoni dahil talagang spot up shooter lang, and kapag uminit, mainit talaga, similar to what Gerald Green also brings to the table. Less lang dun sa, I guess, sa depensa side and yung penetration capability. But in terms of firepower, I think kaya sumabay nitong Houston. It's all a matter of would they be able to, to step up their game and under the big lights be able to perform.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yes.
So
Tama
you talked about a lot of points, no? Is there any other matchup? Is there any other key that you want to highlight before we go to the key question for this series?
Yeah, I think for me, so I mentioned two keys sa Houston, Capella, E.G. Eric Gordon. The way I see this series shaping up, I don't think it's going to be a defensive grind out game. Detroit in 2000s versus Spurs in the 2000s na tipong 67 points per game.
Actually,
Like, hindi mangyari in this series. Tingin ko, it's going to be in the hundreds each time. So really, it's going to be sinong pour on ng points. And so, when I think about it, what's something that I'd be interested in is like bench play. Bench play ng dalawang team, kung masasabayan ba nila yung productivity ng mga starters nila. So, I think that's going to be interesting to see kung sino ba ang mahagawa.
All right. So, bench would also be key, and who do you give the edge there in terms of bench play? Non-bias, pwede? Or pwede ding bias na the obvious answer? Siyempre, sasabihin ko Golden State.
Yeah, that's actually a hard one. I actually don't have a strong opinion, but if I had to choose one, I think siyempre Golden State. And like, I think during the write-up, when you had that write-up contest, I wrote about Golden State. One of the points I made was Swaggy P.
Hindi pa nga siya masyado nagagamit dito, but yeah, I think this would be a series na matutuwa siya dahil kumbaga tira lang ng tira eh. Titira lang ng titira. Si Swaggy P, walang konsensya. So, pwede din. Pwedeng maging X-factor din siya dito off the bench.
Yep, yeah, and I think if you remember, like back in the Boston Big Three, I think it was Doc Rivers who said when they signed Eddie House, or I think it was Eddie House, I think he made the comment that like Eddie House has the potential to win one game for us in the playoffs or something. Or ba hindi Eddie House, ba Nate Robinson? I forget who.
Basta one of those sixth men na talaga,
streaky, explosive ability. I think Swaggy P fits the same bill. Pwedeng 20 minutes, he puts up like 20 plus points and talagang wins a game for them. So I think may siyang potential nun.
Bibigay natin yan kay Swaggy P. He hasn't shown it yet sa playoffs.
Not yet.
I'm not sure kung wala ring opportunity to show it. But yeah, I guess kung sinasabi mo rin due na din tong si Eric Gordon, maybe on the other side of the equation, Nick Young is also due for at least a breakout game, and that just might be the differentiator in terms of pushing Golden State to a really a different level over itong Houston Rockets. Okay. So, yeah, points taken, no? And very interesting to hear it out from a Golden State fan. Na nakarinig tayo ng inputs from Lawrence yesterday from a Houston fans perspective. So, you did try to be objective about it. Hindi naman yung sobrang, wala yan, talo yan, kakainin yan. Right? So, given that, no, I think it's pretty obvious you'll be picking Golden State. I guess the question na lang is, how many games do you think would it take?
Yeah, so, before tayo mag-usap, pinag-isipan ko to on the drive home. At first, I wanted to say 6. Finish it off in Golden State. But I think it might go to 7. When I look at yung 3 games nila, it's going to be more like the first game na talagang dikit back and forth than the other 2 na medyo like 10 plus points ang lamang. So I think it's really gonna be back and forth.
All right.
And they say, di ba, parang pagdating sa game 7, typically home team, I think they always spit out the stat na parang X amount of time the home team wins a game 7. I think it's less of a factor sa Golden State. Kasi if you look at their record during the regular season, there's no difference between an home game and an away game. Identical ang record nila. And so, tingin ko, it's going to be close all throughout the series. Pagdating ng game 7, home court matters, pero I think it matters less in this scenario just because it's Golden State.
Just because it's Golden State, yeah. But
State.
if ikaw si Houston, I guess you take any advantage you'd get, and if game 7 on my home court, then kumbaga yun talaga yung best chance. Wala ka nang hihingin pa, di ba, na game 7 one game to enter the NBA Finals as home court mo pa. I think that's really all the advantage that you need to at least give yourself the best chance against a Golden State team na who's already proven naman that they have what it takes on top of course being the favorites, having 4 All-Stars and whatnot. But yeah, I guess we also agree. Same goes with Lawrence yesterday. Sinasabi rin niya na hopefully it goes 7. I think everybody wins if it goes 7. But if it doesn't go 7, I don't see it. Actually ako, kung hindi to magsa 7, I think tapos na to ng 5. G-State in 5. Depende sa resulta ng Game 1. I think Game 1 would really be the best indicator of how this series would go about. Kasi if makauna yung Houston, then I think it could go 7 or maybe 6. But if Golden State wins Game 1, I think they could close it out by 5. That's just me. So I'm really waiting kung anong mangyayari sa Game 1. And yeah, game starts Tuesday, 8:30 AM yan, SGT. I think 9 PM ba sa time mo, or I'm guessing uuwi ka naman na maaga to watch it, or box score highlights na naman.
Highlights siguro.
Highlights na lang Instagram. Mag-Instagram ka kasi. All you need, all highlights you need, makikita mo na yan sa Instagram. So anyway, your prediction is G-State in 6. If it goes 7, then G-State in 7 still, despite Houston having home court. And obviously, siguro one last question na lang. Golden State, if they win this series, do you also ride the bandwagon na regardless of who comes out of the East, they would win the NBA championship? Kumbaga, ito na yung virtual NBA Finals, Houston Golden State. Whoever wins this, especially if Golden State wins it, then might as well bigyan mo na yung trophy dun pa lang.
Okay, so with the caveat na walang injuries, walang
Umaga, all things equal.
tingin ko, okay. So kung Golden State, tingin ko it doesn't matter if it's
Boston or Cleveland
or Boston.
Mhm.
Tingin ko Golden State na. Yeah.
Sweep?
Tingin ko bigay mo na yung
Sweep?
trophy. Ano yun?
Sweep? 4-0? Sweep?
Sweep?
Kung Golden State.
Di, mga ano siguro, tingin ko kung Boston, papalag ang Boston eh.
Pag Cleveland, hindi papalag. Pag Boston, papalag.
Kasi tingin ko, ito yung tingin ko eh. Pag Cleveland, hindi na yan papatawarin ng Golden State. Kumbaga, locked in na yan. They're not gonna
Kumbaga,
stop.
may papatunayan. Alright.
May papatunayan. Tingin ko motivated sila. So tingin ko kung Cleveland, gentleman sweep siguro, as you say. Mga 4-1, 4-1. Boston, tingin ko may chance na, they're really well coached. They don't make mistakes. So, Golden State, they have that 1 or 2 bad games. So, tingin ko baka umabot ng 6. Pero, at the end of the day, I think it's still Golden State.
Okay. But if Rockets naman, feel mo may chance either of the Eastern teams to beat Houston? Or you're just saying na it's gonna be closer pero Houston pa rin yan?
Tingin ko may chance eh.
Okay.
Pero if I had to put money on it, I would still say Houston. Pero not...
You're a betting man. Houston pa rin.
Houston pa rin. Pero medyo kakabanaw ng konti. Medyo may konting, teka lang. May second guessing.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright. Siguro, before we end the episode, meron ka bang gusto mo mag-request ng shoutout kanina? Usually, hindi ako nagbibigyan ng shoutouts dito. Pero dahil, pag nag-request, binibigyan naman natin. Pero, first time mo dito sa podcast natin. So, I'll give you all the time you need to greet whoever it is na hopefully would be watching this video na or else nag-usap lang talaga tayo, nag-Skype tayo, ni-record ko and here it is, i-upload ko sa YouTube. Anyway, do you have anyone to greet or shout out?
Well, first of all, if to all the viewers out there, kung mabot ka dito sa portion na to, thank you for watching. Hopefully, nag-enjoy ka.
Hopefully, umabot sila dito.
Tapos, of course, it was shout out to everyone there sa tropa. Sila, is one particular person, Edmund Surilapsi, Utah Jazz fans, I brought a cigar just for you. At siya, just want to say na Utah, bright future. So, looking forward to them next year.
Alright. Sige. So, that wraps it up for another episode of the Kulayhaymz podcast. This is the Silly Cob Valley. We got Jose from the Bay. Maraming salamat sa oras mo. And hopefully, again, same to the guests na previously sumama na sa akin dito. I hope this wouldn't be the last time that we have a similar discussion. Maybe kapag before the finals or maybe between the series, we could also have something arranged. Alam ko busy ka, cranking it up sa office. But again, thanks for your time. I hope to see you soon. Anyway, thanks to all na nakinig. Kung umabot man kayo dito, maraming salamat. This is Haymz, Haymz. We out.
Alright, thanks for having me.
Alright.
This is the Kulayhaymz podcast.